You ready?
Excellent.
All right, let's go. All right, so how long have you been working with Exceller?
I've been working with Exceller for probably would say a little less than a year now.
And what were the critical business requirements that you feel that ControlPoint was brought in to meet the needs at in your place of work?
I would have to say being able to pull meaningful report data, and making sure that we can manage security or be able to audit security in our current farms or for any one of our particular customers.
Fantastic. So how has the management of your SharePoint environment improved due to the deployment of ControlPoint?
I would say that definitely in the reporting aspect it improved. Being able for our users to go in and run meaningful reports and get that data and being able to act on that is what's most crucial for their business needs. They actually go in, they run the report, and then they get the data back, and then they can actually go ahead and make adjustments within their organization based on the metrics that they get.
Can you just describe a little bit to me the scale of your SharePoint environment, like how many farms you have and how many SharePoint users?
Oh, we have two farms. So we have one that is on the East Coast and one that's on the West Coast. We typically have about, I would say, for users, anywhere from about 3,000, maybe a little bit more than that, somewhere around that figure. But we do have a large customer base.
Let's see. So if you were to recommend Exceller, what would be your main reasons for doing so?
If the customer wanted to actually be able to pull a report that was meaningful, and be able to adjust security or migrate content or do any one of the various things that is kind of a little bit clunky within SharePoint out of the box, this would definitely be the reason why. Support with the product is absolutely amazing. Technical support is great, and you know, they're just awesome.
Let's see. So why is the effective management of your SharePoint environment important to your organization?
Ooh. That is very important because my customers get audited from time to time, and they need information so they can actually hand it over to the auditors in regards to who has access to what. So access control is very huge. If my customers can't figure that out, they can't use SharePoint, to be able to house their documents. Typically under a lock and a key, which people were accustomed to, like way back in the day, where they had huge filing cabinets full of stuff. Only particular individuals had keys to the padlock. ControlPoint actually shows us who has the keys to the padlocks, or to be able to open up these document areas to gain access to particular files.
Love that answer. That was great. I'm not going to go through the 1 to 5. I think we got that pretty good. And then I know that you said something about security. So ControlPoint helps to really, as you
security
mentioned.
Security is huge. We use it for security like every single day pretty much. Or our users are using it to some extent. For our customers, it's such a big deal. They have to make sure that when they report to the auditors who has access to what, that it is in depth. So either they can look at Active Directory groups, and then they could actually look into who has access in those Active Directory groups and kind of explode it out a little bit more. They can get to the most granular level of the item and be able to tell who accessed or who hid an item or who updated or made a change or modified something, and then there's certain things that you can exclude. So if you don't want a full detailed report with everything, you can exclude certain things. ControlPoint makes it easy, so you can multi-select different things that you want to be included in the report. And then you can go ahead, and if you want to mass produce this report or duplicate it later on, you can go into the actual UI, and then you can just save off the actual style of report that you want to do, and then be able to call it back so you have it at your fingertips.
Beautiful answer. I love that. And then last but not least, will you just one more time just introduce yourself and just talk a little bit about, like, my name is Kenneth Kerr. I'm with, if you could maybe generically speak to your position, so not mentioning Farm Credit, but just say I'm the SharePoint administrator for a
company that provides IT resources to farm credit unions in the U.S.
Okay, go.
My name's Kenneth Carr. I've been working with SharePoint for, I'd say, maybe about 4 years now. I actually provide, I work for a company that provides IT resources to farm credit unions in the U.S. We have about 3,000 customers in our customer base, and we're strategically located between, East Coast and the West Coast, and we have customers that are all around the U.S.
Beautiful.